space at my door. Doesn't help to know you're just space at my door. Doesn't help to know you're just space at my door. Doesn't help to know you're just space at my door. Anymore.
Sabrador, ay mamá, ay señor, gracias. I have a beautiful wife, muchas gracias. Can I bother you for a little something, por favor? Allow these blessings to come more and more. In the mornings we're drinking cafecito, and in the weekends you might catch us at a tamborcito. Ay que rico, wanna thank the espíritu. You can't explain everything, they're just miracles. What's going on, everybody? It's your host, the Crypto Wonder. Let's get right into it. But first and foremost, hope you're doing well. All right. Listen, man, the whole week came and went, right? People were making all kinds of predictions, thinking about what, or what day, what time, what hour, what heavenly celestial bodies have to be aligned for pulsechain mainnet to launch. Guess what, people? May the 4th be with you came and passed. Cinco de Mayo came and passed. What I've been saying this whole time, relax and chill. Chill. When people can't help themselves, man. They can't help themselves. An idle mind is a devil's playground. You gotta keep yourself active and doing things to take your mind off of certain mundane levels of activity. Because watching a computer, scrolling through social media to look at the timelines and see mainnet launching, if it's gonna launch, when it's gonna launch, soon, boom, woon, whatever, every day is just simply not healthy. It's not. But a lot of people don't care, so it is what it is, right? People don't care. It is what it is. People who talk about how they're in it to win it, they're in it long term, this and that, and then we'll tell you something about a Froggy coin that just came out and made 300,000x in 2 weeks. But wait a minute. You 5555. I thought you were all 5555. Delay graph, long term, this and that. This is why you can't just listen to anybody. You have to be good on the decisions you make in crypto, because it's an individual person's decision when to interact with the space, to send, to receive, to buy, to sell, to do whatever, stake, mine, whatever you want to call it. It's up to you to decide when to do that. Doesn't matter what type of community you're a part of. That's why once you rest on your own laurels and you understand that what you own has some type of value proposition, and you understand what the value proposition is, you understand how these mechanics work, you understand what you have. Basically, and understand what you have. It doesn't matter what anybody says or does or tell you, because you're pretty much, your footing is solid. You're standing on solid ground. Regardless of whatever mania the crypto space conjures up and throws at you, because this is not new. This whole Froggy business is not new. This happens all the time. Shout out to the whole, this is the thing that people have to also accept in crypto too. Not only does that it's just, it's volatile, high risk, high reward. It's also, there's a great deal of energy, a spirit of degeneracy that's in crypto, right? And I'm no different. I'm not an exception. That's how I learned, from getting involved and basically gambling and doing crazy stuff, getting involved with stuff I had no business getting involved with. That's where the whole thing about degeneracy comes from. Crypto degenerates and all kinds of stuff because of the behaviors, just throwing stuff at whatever, hoping that you'll hit. And a lot of times, most of the times, I didn't hit. And a few times that I did, they weren't real degenerate things to be involved with anyway. Because you got to think, for 2 weeks, 100 to 300,000 X in something that you get in within a 2-week, 3-week span of time. Now you're telling me because Binance is listing it that it's stable, that's some kind of legit? Because you have people now who are saying, like, who are talking in a sense where they're trying to lend legitimacy to these things, and meanwhile, you see how, I mean, it's just so much, man. It's just so much going on, man. You're lending legitimacy to frogs, right? And what about other things that deserve so much more recognition, so much more respect? It's still, this is why I say a lot of times, like, this is why people are not going to understand what this community is about until they care to understand, whenever that time comes. This community is vibrant, it's enlivened, it's filled with all types of character, energy, and people anxiously waiting to make some money, more money. Some people are waiting to make more money, everybody's just waiting to make some money, period, because that's why we're here. Like, you don't lie to yourselves, don't pretend like, oh, it's all about blah blah blah, and trying to travel to whatever dimension, through technology. No, you're trying to get your ones up. You're trying to get your money up. At least beat inflation. At least find some way where you could keep your head above water versus inflation. Try and make these gains. That's the most attractive allure to Hex. 10,000X. What's the next one that's gonna be? That's it. 10,000X should become branded. Hex 10,000X. Right? Like I was telling some gentlemen, not some gentlemen. That's like I was telling people over on the live stream with Pulse Nation, Westcott, ATX, and Wales. Like this thing here. Shout out to them. Go. Support those gentlemen out there, man. They're contributing heavy to this. They just contribute, doing the work. Shout out, give the streamers a lot of your support, by the way, please. Seriously, like, cause this is hard work. There's another thing I'm gonna talk about, the streamers, right? But first, let me finish this original thought that I was gonna say. Now, we see everything that's going on with Hex. We see everything that's going on, right, with the community, and you're looking at this whole thing with this fanfare, crazy commercial hype with Froggy business. I'm not gonna say the name, but just pick up what I'm putting down, people. If you've been watching me, this echo chamber, you should be well familiar, right? The whole thing is nothing has changed as far as keeping the Hex community gate kept, Hex token gate kept strong. It's been over 3 years. What more do you want? What more can anybody ask for as far as like receiving a chance to whatever, to be acknowledged appropriately, properly? What more can anybody do, right? Meanwhile, you have some whatever in the background comes out. Market's real strong, and boom, out of nowhere. Like the meme coin craze of 21, thanks to the guy who started it, the person who runs Twitter now, trying to do Neuralink and SpaceX and the car, these driverless cars or whatever. You got competition now though, but all the different dogs that came out, the different dog, a multitude of different doggy coins and all that, because they're trying to see which one's gonna hit after Shiba. Not even doggy, not even Doge. After Shiba, they want to see which one's gonna hit, and that's where the attention just lies there, just goes there, heavy attention, to the point where you have an army years later that's still dedicated to Shiba. How many other dog facets came out? Different coins came out. How many? Now you got frogs. Meanwhile, in 2018, the whole frog craze with the hourglass thing was happening back then too. Like it was a ferocious level of clones of hourglass clones and all types of degenerate nonsense. It's always been here. It always will be here, right? You just have to understand. This is some of the reasons why sometimes we can't. Like for me, I think trying to look for. I understand the founders. I understand Richie Rich's goal for glory. I get it. 100% get it. I understand it. My thing is with all this, right? Let the work speak for itself, because let the work, as far as what Hex does, speak for itself. No expectations of pulsechain, pulsex, even though everybody's expecting something. We gotta keep it real and 100%. People have been waiting 2 years. They just whatever, close to 2 solid years, and it's just folks are still waiting. Folks are impatient. Folks are tricking themselves out of a bag. They're talking about Froggy coins and all kinds of whatever stuff, and other coins before frogs, all kinds of different things, man, to keep themselves interested in something. Why? I don't know, because they can't help themselves. You can't control everybody. All you could do is control what you do. But my thing is, you see how much of a fight 3 years later, these people, they're putting Froggy coin on page 1 of whatever foolish coin ranking sites. Changpeng Zhao's exchange is listing, right? So from what I heard, they're listing the Froggy, right? Like it's nothing. These are concerted efforts and things that are going on that you watching unfold before you. Like when they talk about this community being gatekept, it's not necessarily fake news. It's not a lie. It's not. I don't care if you like Richie Rich or not. You know what I'm saying? No one could say they got scammed from Hex. No one. But how many people got scammed from, joining the party real late, which is the majority of the time with things like Safe Moon, Cum Rocket, right? All them other coins, all the meme coins that people just tried to thought that they were going to hold on. Even Doge. How many people got wrecked holding on to that? Wall Street bets, GameStop, and all that. That's the legacy world, but you understand what I'm saying. The founder educated people, been educating people about, the necessity and the realness of crypto and how to, not have admin keys, blah, blah, blah. What was 2022 filled with? Bunch of companies rugging people, billions of dollars worth of money from their customers, BlockFi. You had these YouTubers who were paid to shill talking about BlockFi, how they use it, and suggest and imply you should use it too because you like them and you listen to them, you subscribe to them, Celsius and all that. And what did those companies do? Rug everybody. You got banner ads on all these coin ranking sites of these companies that rugged everybody, including FTX. You have FTX I saw on a basketball court, NBA style, professional, after it rugged everybody. But will you ever see something like, Hex on page 1 of anything or whatever? No, you won't. And not anytime soon. Maybe until pulsechain comes out, and then we'll see then if they'll, do the right thing by correctly capturing the information and putting it properly on the coin ranking sites. But you know what the real deal is nobody cares. Who cares? It's not even important. If you know what you have and you know how it's been working for you, that's all the focus should be about. Yeah, we want mass adoption, blah, 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 but I don't even buy into that mass adoption fairy tale anymore, because so many people who know about crypto, who know about this community, who know about DeFi, still want to turn their face, ignore, and pretend like this doesn't exist right here. So why vie for their attention? Why try to keep, trying to convince people, hey, like me, like, no time for that. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. Personally, you could do whatever you want, right? Anybody can do whatever they want. Freedom of choice. You free to do whatever you want. Free will, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not looking to to convince anyone about anything. Just let the math speak and the code speak for themselves. That's it. Let the numbers that don't lie speak for themselves on the blockchain, on the charts. That's it. That's all we can do. You know, what's interesting is you have crypto content creators like Ivan on Tech, who's been in the game for a while. I want to say been making content. I've been watching him since I got into crypto 2017. Right? He seems like he's a knowledgeable person as far as being a programmer. I guess he's paid courses on how to program or be a developer and understand crypto in that deep sense. And he's created content over the years, talked about a bunch of different projects and coins, up and down, like all around. But it's recently been talking, favorably about Hex and pulsechain, things of that nature. Shout out to him. But I'm gonna tell you like this though. Look at his channel. Look at his subscribership, for example, versus all of the Hex content, pulsechain, pulsex content creators combined. In other words, what I'm saying is that man, just with his reach, his channel alone, he can touch more people than a little bit than everybody in Hex, and I think even including Richard on the YouTube side of things. Maybe not on Twitter, but definitely on YouTube. Let's say Richard had, last I saw he had 100, let's say 150 subscribers, 150,000 subscribers. Ivan on Tech has how many subscribers right now? I haven't checked, but y'all let me know. Hundreds of thousands. And all the other YouTubers, the content creators, the old school guys that have been in Hex from the beginning. What, Crypto Coffee has the most? Who else? Hexo. Shout out to them for, but what, did they break 25K, 30K? I think Coffee months ago when I saw one of his videos, he had about 25, 30K, something like that. But nothing nowhere near Ivan on Tech's reach. And like when I think about all the content creators here, like we speaking to each other, it's like preaching to the choir. Who else is listening to this? You know what I'm saying? Like who else outside of what we do? Who else is out here really hearing the message and seeing what's going on and this and that? If we just keep talking to ourselves, that's how it feels. Like it's almost like you could like decide to like no content creators do anything anymore and let Ivan do him. And I think Ivan will have even more success than we do because he touches all kinds of markets. And with the numbers that he has, it's what it is. Let me check real quick before I continue. Yeah, he has 500,000 subscribers by himself alone. Yeah, there you have it. That just smashes everything, including the founder's subscribership on YouTube, which he doesn't even use anymore, and add all the content creators in the community, Hex, pulsechain, pulsex, all of them together. I'm sure we don't even touch 500,000 as far as subscribers. One guy versus all that after 3 years, yo. After 3 years, yo. Some of these guys been taping since the beginning. Taping meaning streaming, recording, blogging, whatever you want to call it, on the internet since the beginning. And this is how bad the gatekeeping is, right? This is how hard people got to work 2, 3, 4 times harder just to break through this fake wall of silence, wall of censorship that they have us behind. It's corny to me. It's disgusting. It's vile. It's unnecessary, and it's really disappointing, and it's quite sad. To be honest with you, it's quite sad. But that's why, like, when pulsechain comes out, it's not even about if this continues as far as the censorship and everything, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But that's not gonna affect 00 UTC cha-ching every day. That's not gonna affect the rewards that we're getting every single day. It just shows you certain things on a different level. Like, don't get caught in the hype. Don't get caught in the hype. Stay controlled. So what? There's no tweet today or no whatever today, and it's been kind of quiet, whatever. Who cares? You know, you one day closer to the next all-time high for Hex. You're one day closer to the next pulsechain mainnet launch and Pulse X. And let's see where things go. That's it. No one has a crystal ball. No one can tell you anything. No strategy, no plans about anything. No one has a secret sauce. I don't care what you hear, who they think they are. It's a dub. Moot point. Seriously. Just focus, people. Focus on what matters, what counts. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.